Hey everybody, happy Power Hour. It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock, 7 Central. And my name is Nakia, and you are at the SideKick Power Hour. We do this every week, um, and we have such a good time doing it. And I get the opportunity to hang out with some of my favorite people in the whole world. And top of the list is this really handsome fellow right here, Joshua R. Pangborn.
I'm not feeling so handsome today. My face is doing whatever it's doing. So,
Oh, well, you look fantastic as always. It's great to
well,
see
thank
you.
you. It's good to see
And
you too. I love the hair.
thank you. I will be seeing my stylist tomorrow for a trim, but I did get it colored last week. So there it is right there. You did show off that t shirt, so I figured we'd let everybody know where they can purchase a t shirt. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and I'm wearing a very Halloween rock and roll kind of vibe here. Leatherface doing disco.
I only saw like half of it, so when I saw the shirt, he said Nakia said he was going to wear a horror shirt tonight, and I said, "Why are you wearing a Gem of the Hologram shirt?" And because I just saw like the waving arms above, and I was like
I
the
love
colors,
it.
and I was like, it looks like something from Gem of the Holograms, which for our
It's
younger
Showtime's
viewers
energy.
is a very ancient series. So I never actually watched it, so I don't even know how old it is.
Oh
But,
wow. Yes, I
but
did, Owen. Yes, I did. Well, welcome back, Josh. Tell us what we're in store for this week.
well, this week we are doing our recap of The Art of Blowing It. We just finished watching season one last week. So today, Nikki and I are going to be touching base and looking at what season one was, sharing a little bit of more trivia behind the scenes, and showing some more things that season one didn't give us, and talking about the musical episode because that's what we're always going to be talking about. Even
That's
after it comes out, we're going to be talking about that until the cows come home because it took us many, many years at this point to make it. So we're not just going to put it out and forget it. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about some more sidekick information. And we're also going to talk about the rest of the year for Sidekick Productions and what you can expect for our release schedule and all.
yes, you can. So, as Josh said, we are going to talk about the musical episode. He and I are talking about it on a daily basis, obviously, because we're still finishing it. And we would love your help in finishing it. And you can be a part of that right now by heading over to join us at Patreon. A bunch of you have done it. You've been really, really great about that. We've got 13 subs right now, or Cruniversians, as we call them. So we would love to get that up to 15 tonight. Two of y'all at home, could you subscribe at patreon.com/sidekick productions. You do get to see Skeleton Crew or whatever else we're working on before anybody else does. In fact, speaking of the musical episode, I do believe Josh and I were talking about maybe giving a little bit more of a sneak peek at the musical over there.
Yeah, we were thinking of releasing one of the songs there, official the official music videos for the songs. We were thinking of releasing that in the next week or two. Uh,
Yeah,
give you all
we
the first official video for the musical episode.
we're hoping that we can, by the time the musical episode comes out, that we're up to 25 subscribers over at Patreon. So help us start hitting that. When we hit the 15 mark, hopefully this evening, we'll post some extra behind the scenes stuff over there for you. And then when we hit that 20 mark, we're going to post the very first video from the musical episode. So call the neighbors and wake the kids. Tell them to head over to patreon.com/sidekick productions. And of course, you can always make a donation direct at Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. All of that information is right there. And again, we do this because we love it, and it's a bonus that you love it enough to support us. It's not required. We're glad you're here. Like and subscribe as much as you can. Give what you can, or subscribe when you can. We're still going to be here, but it does help a lot. And with that, Josh, tell us the question of the week.
The question of the week is: Well, it's inspired by the month, of course, because it is now October. Somehow October got here without us even knowing it was happening. And like Nakia is wearing a horror-inspired shirt, our questions for the month will, of course, be horror-inspired, and that includes our very first question of the month: what was your first Halloween costume? So put that in the
Ooh,
comments. I look forward to hearing what everyone dressed up as for their first Halloween. For our non
ooh,
for our viewers who are not necessarily in the U.S., I know that Halloween doesn't always mean the same thing in your countries, but
yeah.
hopefully you dressed up as something at some point, and I would love to hear what it was. So
Yeah, and if you are following us on tonight on the show, and you want to post a photo of you in your first Halloween costume, make sure to tag SideKick Productions and Nakia. Hashtag, or wait for it, here it comes. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hashtag Cruniverse, hashtag Sidekick Power Hour. And then let us know in the comments where that is, and we'll put it up on the screen. We'd love to
apparently
see it.
Twitter is the safer place to post today. So
That's right.
um,
Lots of hubba balubba over all of that good stuff. Well,
oh, and look
I
at this, Nakia. Christian even helps us out to find out how old Gem and the Holograms is. The first episode was October 6th. Oh my goodness.
hang on. I gotta break this out since we're gonna just keep going on and on about Jim and the holograms. Then
I
I better
think that
break.
Christian spelled the name wrong, though.
Yes, it's not GEM. It's JEM,
Ah,
and this is an authentic 1980s Hasbro Jim and the holograms coloring book that it comes complete with what appears to be a Willem coloring thing.
yeah, I was going to say that
Um,
looks a little bit like Willem.
yeah. Here's Willem at the Met Gala. So Jim and the holograms. I watched them looking at. It was just so good. I wonder if it says anything like a little bit about her in here. Let's see.
Oh my goodness, that says
Oh,
99 cents on it.
here she is with Patrick Swayze apparently.
Wow. Toast. I can't believe that was 99 cents in the day.
Yeah, yeah, 99
Because
cents.
that would probably be like at least $5 now, I would bet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a lot of coloring books are still pretty cheap, but anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. But we are. This is interesting because this is a good intersection for Art of Blowing It, because the Art of Blowing It, Jim would have just been coming off of her, rise to fame. Jim started declining in the '90s when Emmy Hart was coming up in the
Exactly.
'90s. So, Josh, what are we going to start with tonight?
Well, we have a lot of clips that got deleted. Not deleted. Not
Ooh.
used. Not used. I think is the word that we would use. Um, I think that what everyone making a show need, doesn't know necessarily. If you don't make a show, you don't know necessarily how many rewrites and how many things go into uh, making a story that makes sense from beginning to end. And this was a new world that we were playing in, and we were trying to find a lot of different ways to make the world come to life, and that meant we had a lot of different scenes that we wanted to use, and we had a lot of different ideas that we threw against the wall, and they all stuck really well, but they didn't necessarily stick to the same storyline. So therefore, we had to remove them. One of the most famous sayings in the art world is that you have to kill your babies. And
Yeah.
at Sidekick Productions, we are very well versed in killing babies, considering our very first show uh, killed a
Don't tell
baby in
Granddad
the
that.
very first episode. Well, no, 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 I won't. But it was the very first episode we did. We killed a baby, so
That's
we're
true.
happy to kill babies. That's what we do. Not really. We don't really kill babies for anyone out there who's watching us and not knowing that we're not serious about that. But we do kill metaphorical and fictional babies, and that is what we did here. So now, so what we show you tonight, these are not finished clips. The editing might be a little rough at times. There
There's
is
no
no
sound design,
audio. There's no sound design or anything.
no
But I thought it would be
music.
a lot of fun for everyone to see what was.
And
So
just so everybody at home knows, Ashley and Stuart will not be joining us this evening. They both had prior commitments, but they will be watching this later. So make sure to leave a nice comment for them and tell them how much you loved it without them.
So this was the original opening credits as well.
Welcome back to Talk About. It's Mardi Gras today, and we're having some hurricane drinks.
So we wanted to have some sort of
Wednesday.
we wanted it to be
We're in like the seventh hour.
Today's
of our
show,
Kathy
but
and
like
Hoda.
the Kathy and Hoda show, basically.
Let me tell you,
and Bree and
it's
Lisa are
getting
just
all
adorable, and they
toasty
so
up
much
in
fun.
here.
Mhm.
And it isn't because of my premenopause.
Talk about.
Let me tell you, our first guest brings
Love the
so
colors here.
much drama. I mean, we're talking the literal mother load. Hashtag drama mom up. So Roxanne Hart is here
This
to
was a
talk
really
about
fun way
her
to
daughter,
do it.
Emmy
Talk
Hart.
about what time of year it
love
was.
it. I
'cause
love it.
It's Mardi
I
Gras, but we don't
love
have to
that,
say it's Mardi
Emmy.
Gras.
Oh, she's
so.
Right.
delicious. But our former child star has been in the tabloids quite a bit these last few weeks.
Yes.
Did you see the tape?
Oh, do you mean the? Oh, well, can you even call it that? Unfortunately, we can't show you too much.
I don't know Facebook. It's like I just feel so alone sometimes, you know, like no one cares about me. I don't know. Give me a gift. Give me a gift. Give me a gift. Give me a gift.
Oh my God, this feels. Emmy, please. Oh my God,
I want
Emmy.
to feel good.
Emmy, no. This. Oh my God, Mitchell.
Just like no one cares. They're like loves me. I'm just like I don't know. Like what do I have to do to be enjoyed by people? You know, it's like no one cares about me.
I don't know how she didn't realize there were two men having sex behind her.
I know, right? And why would she be crying? Well, hopefully all of our questions are
We have some great ideas for season 2.
Roxanne Hart
that will
is
blow that
here
out
to
of the
talk
water.
about
So
her daughter,
Oh,
Emmy.
give it up, America, for the star maker, the former star, the artist, and now I think she's even a human rights activist. Oh my gosh, what hat don't you wear, Miss Roxanne Hart? Oh, welcome to
so
the
obviously
show.
Barbara came in a lot
Thank you,
earlier now
ladies.
than
Must
what she
be
does in the
slow
actual
news
show.
day.
Talk about.
Well, I think we should just get right down to business. What's going on with Emmy?
Yes, we hear that you are dating her ex-fiance.
Love comes in all shapes, and
That
I
wig on
have
Barbara.
been the love of many men, but a lady does not tell.
Oh,
And
but I
she
think you
went a
did tell
completely
in your
different
book.
direction
She's
than that.
Everything.
Roxanne.
No, ladies,
Totally.
that was the old me. This is
Ashley
the
wanted to-
new
this is the-
Roxanne.
this is the Catherine Jenner
Roxanne 2.0.
Roxanne.
Oh.
Oh.
But I am not here to talk about Emmy. I am here to talk about my new charity, Water Rocks. It is a nonprofit for Ethiopian children.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's
Tell us
fascinating.
more. Yes, I love
Yes.
water.
And I love me some rocks.
Oh, you vapid beauties love your hot topical words. Nothing but optics.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, dear. And Emmy, if you are watching my darling, I know your phone works. I see you on social media. And I am awaiting your call to talk about all this nonsense.
I can't believe she's monopolizing on this whole thing.
Why don't you just call your mom and talk to her?
I can't call my mom. It's not that easy.
No, you can't call Roxanne. She's insane. Anybody want to go out for lunch?
I don't know what
I
you're doing with
can't.
those lips.
I have a meeting with my agent, actually. We're going to talk about my movie.
Sushi?
You know, they might talk about writing it next year.
Oh.
That's great. Burgers.
I went all the Emmy.
Oscar and Emmy are
Emmy,
already together
Mexican?
here.
Margarita?
Yep, we got a lot. We went a lot faster. And
Oh, as much as that sounds like so much fun, I'm gonna have to pass. I gotta go to work.
But I love you.
Oscar? I feel like something Greek. Like, I don't know. Baklava?
Yum! But no, gotta work also.
So,
It's a very
see you
un-Mitchell
tonight,
shirt,
then?
too.
Do we have to?
Yes, silly. I'm gonna cook for us and make it easy.
But you look adorable, both of you do.
So, how you doing with your mom stuff?
Fine, I guess.
Aw.
I did The Odd Couple in high school.
It's any consolation. My mom really
I
likes
did
you.
an Odd Couple
And
once.
she wants
It
to have
didn't
us
work
over
out.
for dinner again on Saturday.
Different kind of
Yeah.
did.
No cameras this time.
I like your mom. I like her a lot. She's a really good cook.
Yeah, she is.
That baklava that she made.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I wish she was my mom.
Not me. That'd be weird. That'd make you my sister.
Yeah, I didn't mean that way.
I'd probably still be into you if you were my sister.
Thank you. I feel like there's a compliment in there, but
No, what I meant was my mom really loves you. I really love you. We all really love you. But not in a pervy kind of I want to bang my sister vibe, because I have sisters and that's... I don't want to have sex with my sisters. So, did you know when a whale dies, they explode?
what?
Science. Google it.
Wait a minute. So you love me?
That goes without saying. I'm very fond of you.
You're not just doing this for the
So
camera,
cute.
are you?
No, you told me not to pay attention to the cameras.
I just feel like we're moving kind of fast.
That's what I said. But then you told me to live more in the moment. So I've been carpet DMing my life for you ever since.
Oh, I love that line.
Don't be sorry. I'm not going anywhere. You know, what? We've known each other for what, 2 months? You know, I'm not gay. I'm not a fan of your work. And I'm
Right.
nothing like your other exes.
But you're not a fan of my work?
Not like Xavier is.
I'm going to end it tonight, he thought. As he
You know
climbed
him,
up.
Nakia.
That's Will
He knew they were from
Watt.
two different worlds. Her joy was sitting in a field, and he needed the wind in his hair.
Oh, I miss Will.
She
He's
could
so
see
awesome.
herself always and forever with Bex. The force of his body weight on her made her feel smothered in his love. He bit the nape of her neck, and suddenly a spice trickled down.
His corkscrew phallus throbbed as it slid from her scales to her warm, moist tavern below. She let out a thunderous groan.
For all she knew, today could be the end of the Mesozoic era. At least this Stegosaurus would finally know the love of somebody. A waifly pterodactyl from the wrong side of the tracks. Still, she loved him so.
Who wrote this shit?
I know, I kind of like it.
Come on, let's take a break. So, hey.
Hey.
Things have been going pretty great for you since you got rid of Moses and started with this new guy.
Yeah.
And that's the booth we
I
made
like
the
this
musical
guy,
in.
so
That's
I'm not gonna
right.
talk about it. I don't want to jinx it.
Oh, cool. Well, we can talk about business instead. So when are we gonna finish with this and get on with some music? Maybe some.
I don't know. I feel like people don't really want to hear me sing.
Oh, come on. Of course they do. Come on. You want to
No.
hear this voice sing, right?
No.
You want to hear the Emmy singing.
No.
Come on. Of
No,
course you
no,
do.
no. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Okay. But you know what I do want to do? I want to get some dinosaurs pregnant. I want to see what that looks like, right? What is going to happen with these characters, right? Let's get back to these characters, right?
A
Yeah.
very sensual scene when dinosaur porn was all the rage.
Don't you wish you were me?
If you remember, we ended up using this, but in a different way.
Yep, and I poorly was hiding in the background right there.
It's like the 3 Men and the Baby thing.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, I love this
So
outfit.
I was just doing some redecorating because I need to fit some of my stuff in here.
You don't live here, Mitchell. Mitchell, we need to talk about this right now.
Oh my god. I am so sorry. I completely forgot about your meeting. How did that go? You know, I'm like really proud of you.
I didn't even tell you anything yet. You know,
before I got with you, I used to drown my loneliness in pills and booze, and ever since I've been with you, I've been like completely sober.
You're drinking right now.
It's just rosé. Great. So what are we doing tonight, sweetie? Who's my little ferocious peacock? Sweetie.
So it's really cool because you can see the pieces that we did end up using and how they shaped together and everything. Like that scene with me and Mitchell right there. That's obviously a much longer version of what we did end up using, which was just a few like seconds here and there to sort of tie the story together and everything. And then obviously the sex tape with Emmy did get used, just not where it was right here. But you can still hear Bryn's voice a little bit at the for
Yeah. That's so funny.
It's
That's
really
great.
cool.
What did you guys at home think about that? Can you remember the scenes where those bits and pieces were taken from? Was there something in these that you just saw just now that you really wish that we'd have kept in? Let us know in the comments below. And here's our next clip. Josh, set it up for us.
All right. Oh, how do I minimize myself? There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Don't forget our question of the week this week. What was your first Halloween costume? You look so adorable there.
I have a double half calf cappuccino with extra foam. It's extra hot, so
Just put it down.
So remember, you're going to plug the show, but you're not going to talk about Roxanne because, I mean, Roxanne hasn't gotten back to our lawyers. We reached out to her, but we don't want a lawsuit in our hands. So
What the fuck is this?
what's your coffee?
No. This is an espresso, Felix. I specifically asked you for a decaf cappuccino. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm pregnant.
Well, that's not been confirmed.
Obviously, this is a little further on.
What is wrong with you? I asked you for a coffee. And you brought me this?
Is this bit? Are you doing a bit?
Do I look like I'm doing a bit? No, I'm not doing a fucking bit! Go get me a coffee. Now.
Annie, I'm not your assistant. I will send someone to get you a coffee, but I'm your producer. I will not get one myself.
If I don't get a fucking decaf, half calf cappuccino with extra fucking foam piping fucking hot in my fucking hand in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna go get it myself. And if I go get it myself, you don't want to be around when I get back. Go get my fucking coffee.
True story. This is how Nakia acted on the set of The Voice, where he went on every time.
That was the exact opposite.
Hey, Em, can I talk to you for a sec?
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Oh, how are you? You look so good.
I'm gonna go.
Oh my god, it has
Get
been
the
a long
coffee.
time.
Take the cameras off of me.
Yeah, I missed it too.
It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. This is really good. I love this dressing room. This is great.
And this is the Bro Show.
So, like we had talk about, now we have the Bro Show.
It was gonna be it's like The View, but for bros, with Gabe and Ken and Brad, some wonderful faces from Skeleton Crew.
Welcome to Jock Talk, where my retired jock
Jock
fans
Talk.
talk it out.
You know, I really wouldn't consider myself a jock, but I'm still happy to be here.
Yeah, I may seem like a bully in high school, but I was actually president of the chess club and the debate society. Although the whole time I was secretly training for my in-ring career.
Today's panel is filled with some of my best buds. Let's give it up for the first guest of the evening, my best friend, brother from another mother, Jimmy.
My fellow Americans, I've come here today to talk to you about something very important, your vote. Now, as you little Jimothy's out there may or may not be aware, I am running to be governor of New York.
Yes, I told him I could be there by 3, but I mean anything before that. Oh my God! Thank you. Thank you so much. This is right. This is good. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I overreacted a little bit. My nerves today. You just have to be more careful, okay?
Actually, Emmy, I'm not a barista. I don't brew coffee for a living. This is my fault, though. This really is. I have allowed the lines between us to blur, and I don't think that's. Going forward, I am just going to be your producer. Okay.
What?
And another special guest that we have is former heavyweight champion of the world, Samson. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's me. I used to be synonymous with Swift. Now it's only Taylor playing on the radio. But fatherhood is soft for me, right? You know, my wife Gianna had triplets 3 months ago. So, you know, we're adjusting to that. But my fucking kids, they're a goddamn miracle. Fuck yeah, I'd breastfeed my kids.
All right.
But let me just say, fellas, I'm just happy to be out of the house.
Yeah, I didn't realize we're all doing monologues. But our next guest needs no introduction, but I have one anyway. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's the Maverick Laurent.
You may think you know me, but you don't really know me, right? You only know the guy who won gold at the 2010 Olympics.
This guy?
And the guy who graced your cereal boxes for a record-breaking subsequent 2 years.
This guy?
But these days, my crowning glory is being an ambassador for my disease.
You're an inspiration to all of us.
Celiac disease affects over 200,000 Americans every single year.
Oh my God. I offered you a beer. That was so insensitive of me. I'm so sorry.
I brought my own rosé. I am a survivor. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know.
I didn't know. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Ace. We have a very special guest, my ex-wife, the very provocative, vivacious actress turned into reality TV star. I remember when reality TV came out, she said she wouldn't be caught dead on it.
What? You don't want to be my friend anymore? No.
No.
Well, fuck you! You can't just tell me this before I go on stage. God, you're a fucking asshole.
Emmy Hart!
Oh, hi everyone. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Emmy, we should
Really
be thanking
appreciate it.
you. As most of you know, Emmy and I were married.
Well, you know, you said it about 6 times in the last 4 minutes, but prior to that, I really have no idea.
My nieces are totally obsessed with you. Your trends on Tuesdays, your throwback on Thursdays.
Look at Gabe.
Slay me.
Part of his hat.
Slays for
is
days.
blending
I
in.
love the one where you play.
Yeah,
I love that
my
one.
green screen work was not
I
so
love
good.
your dance album. Track 6 really touched me right here.
I was in that.
But you know, it's a travesty what your mother is doing to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't make people like you though, with any relationship. I'm not really gonna talk about what's going on with my mom.
For legal purposes.
Yeah, gets me. I'm just really happy to be here though. And congratulations, triplets! Oh my God, please give Gianna my love.
You want to see photos?
Oh, want to?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it, man. I got a big anniversary coming up next month. Any suggestions?
What year is it going to be?
5 wonderful years.
Oh, silver. What you going to get her, brother?
I'm thinking a brand new friggin' hot dog.
Did he say a brand new freaking hot dog?
Wow. That's
A
amazing.
hot tub.
I've never been able to get anyone to stay with me that long. Everyone always leaves me.
You left me, for the record, Emmy.
You know, Samson, we have one of those at home. Salt water. It's really great for aches and pains.
We weren't happy, Em.
Yeah, we were happy until we weren't happy. And you were very into your cheerleaders.
I told you, baseball doesn't have cheerleaders.
Samson, you got to be real careful though, because the jets in the hot tub, those are the leading cause of cervical cancer.
What?
Is that so?
What I don't understand was who was the redhead that you were always spending time with? And guys, you're actually thinking of HPV. HPV is the leading cause of cervical cancer here in America.
Hi,
And
Lisa.
worldwide.
She was my physical therapist.
Physical
that you're seeing tonight
therapist.
is a
Oh,
physical
what was she
class.
just rotating your rotator cuff?
Emmy, you are a stitch. You should come on my show next season.
I would love to. I would be honored
I
to be
need
on your
work
show.
3 times a week.
You need work 3 times a week? Oh, maybe that's why you were too busy to fuck.
Commercial break. Okay, and we'll be right back with Emmy Hot.
Will we?
I can't wait to see the playback on this.
He always just like jabs. And did you see what he just did?
Yes, I saw.
You're wearing a green shirt.
I wore that green shirt intentionally because of this, because I knew it would be a
Right.
green screen.
Well, fix your own fucking hair.
I love it when he snaps at me.
What is the kid gonna call me?
He
Daddy?
completely sabotaged
Come on.
me. He knew. He knew.
What are we gonna find?
Oh my god.
I'm getting a headache.
And then look in the
Oscar,
background.
I'm getting a headache. I need to go to bed.
You can't say you're
I
pregnant
need
and
to
go to bed.
I
can't.
Oh, but I need to. Will you do me a favor and go down on me?
Sure, but can we talk first?
We can talk after. I mean, I can talk during, but we can talk after. Oh, that's good. Are you texting? Are you texting your mom? Oh, Oscar.
Oh,
Thank you, Lisa.
What a trip, Lisa. We
Owen-
love you.
Owen had a great comment about the first scene with Emmy and Oscar in the park, that it didn't fit Oscar's character.
No.
Yeah, I think Oscar is another character that evolved a lot over the course of the producing the first season. I think that Paul and Ashley really worked out who Oscar was and his relationship and everything. So I definitely agree with you, Owen, about that. Oh, not the right one. And we have one more clip that Lisa is watching now, so it's great for her to see.
Don't forget, folks at home, what is your first Halloween costume? Make sure if you want to post a photo of you in your first Halloween costume, that you tag one of us. So that would be amazing.
And here is the second talk about scene with Lisa and Bryn. And obviously it is now Valentine's Day.
More on for Snooze Tuesday. I have ginormous news. Pixel is turning the big 2-5 today.
Oh, I remember when I was 25. I had it all. And now I drink every day, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, with you, dear.
Oh, I love you too, honey. So, that darling little clip has been all over my feed today. Oh, yeah. We've got to show them.
Show the clip.
You guys got to see it.
Amazing.
You're going to be hooked like me. Hashtag
Got
hooked
that clip.
on clip. Heart, heart, heart.
Pixel.
Yes, Pixel.
Pixel's my best friend. And today is Pixel's birthday. Pixel is my best friend.
So Ashley did this at her concert.
We were kid stars together.
Ashley paused during the concert and did this.
All the stuff that you do.
It's so good.
Oh.
Oh my God. Wow. On this Snooze Day Tuesday, we are all about the hashtag pie face challenge. It's all the rage. Everyone's doing it.
And my daughter loves that song, Fragments. She said it completely changed her life.
Well, you know, last night, Emmy did make a big announcement. She is about to drop her sophomore album next month. Yeah. And she hinted she might have a little duet with us.
With Adele? Oh my God.
This is
Oh my
very
God, I'm gonna
timely because Adele updated all of her social media today, and everybody's speculating she's got a new album.
I remember when we used to stay up past midnight.
That's right.
So good. So good. Folks at home, we were talking earlier. What's your favorite Halloween costume? Let us know in the comments below. That was really great.
So this is a really great way to see how the show has evolved a lot. And things that have to get taken out along the way. And it can be frustrating at the time because you put so much effort and so much work into doing the scene and so much money too, because I mean it costs money to rent these spaces and to get people time and everything, but sometimes it just doesn't
scheduling.
work. The scheduling, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
scheduling. But sometimes things just have to get shifted around and moved around because to make the story stronger.
To make it all fit.
To make it all fit.
Yeah.
Sometimes scenes are too long and you have to shave them. Like that scene with me and Stuart, it was a cute little scene, but it was too long. So we had to just chop it up a little bit to make it work better for the pacing and all. It can be frustrating to do it as the creators, but it's also, I think, necessary to be able to do. And I mean, Nakia, you've written so many songs. You probably have had to do so many cuts and shaves and changes and everything for all the work that you've done. So
yeah, it's very similar. You know, a lot of the times you'll record 20 songs and only put 10 on the album, or sometimes more, and you'll only put a handful out. For my album Water to Wine that I released in 2008, we recorded about probably 7 or 8 more songs, maybe more that we still didn't even finish. But in 2017, for our 10-year anniversary of that particular band, I released an outtakes album of as much of that stuff as I could that was available to actually put out, and everybody really loved it. But it just didn't fit in the story of that first record, and so we had to make something else with it.
and that's what's happening with I was driving to the Ren Fair with a couple of people the other day, and we were hearing on the radio that happened with the band Radiohead, I think, right? They have a new album out.
Correct.
Sort of that's a combination of 2 different albums worth of songs that didn't get released on those albums.
Something like that. Yeah, that's correct.
So you never know when you write something or create something where it's going to pop up again or how it's going to creep up. I mean, Nakia, I can tell you to tell the world. Nakia and I are writing a bunch of new songs right now.
That's right.
But some of those songs might never, ever be in anything for another 10 years, and some of them might be replacing the musical episode. We're going to film them next week. No, I'm joking. We're not doing that. But you never know where things are going to pop up or how they're going to shape up and everything. It's really exciting to have all this material and have all these amazing people to create with, because I think it makes it a lot of fun.
I think it makes it a lot of fun as well. So let's take a minute to remind folks that we would love it if you would become a subscriber. This is a recap of The Art of Blowing It, where we're kind of talking about The Art of Blowing It and showing you some extras while we're in between episodes. As Josh talked about earlier, we want to let you guys know as things are starting to come out. So what we're in the middle of doing is I'm still putting music and sound design to season 5, and we're fitting it in as we can with the rest of life and trying to get it all done.
Always amazing to work with you, Lisa.
So in between, we've got this episode this week, and next week we've got another surprise for you, and we're going to be releasing some of the musical direct to fans over at our Patreon. So please head over there, patreon.com/SideKick Productions. Josh, what do we got next?
Well, we're going to be just to clarify. We're at our midpoint for Skeleton Crew season 5.
Yes.
So I promise that new episodes will be coming very, very, very soon. In fact, I believe the next date for the next episode on our Patreon is October 18th. So October 18th, if you're on our Patreon, you will see the next episode of Skeleton Crew. the last episode, episode 7, was sort of our mid-season finale. We revealed our one of our villains for the season has made his first appearance, and now we've got a few weeks off. While you give you time to catch up, watch it again, and then October 18th, if you're one of our members of Patreon, you will see the next episode right there. And Skeleton Crew will continue for the rest of the year. In fact, it looks like we're going to wrap up right before Christmas with the rest of Skeleton Crew.
I'm going to give you
we have-
Skeleton Crew finale for Christmas.
We have a really exciting surprise coming before the musical episode as well that Nakia is working on. We also have a brand new short horror film coming out in time for Halloween, and that's going to be coming out. We filmed that during quarantine, and it's really fun and exciting, and you're all going to be able to watch that. And we also have some fun stuff in Power Hour coming up. We're going to be doing an original play reading right before Halloween for a Halloween horror surprise. So there's going to be so many exciting things coming for the rest of the year. We have not been working. We've been working very hard. I'm trying to make that into a double negative. I was trying to make that into shift it into something more poetic, but the words have failed me today for some reason. But either way, we've got a lot going on, and then also we all have projects that we're working on. In fact, like for example, there is this very exciting little horror film coming up that I am part of, and you'll be able to watch it on October 10th. I'm going to share the trailer with you right now.
No, it's not an 80s horror movie or the local carnival coming to town. We're talking about the creepy clown sightings that have been happening all across the United States.
Some appear to be hoaxes, but several are turning out to be legitimate threats. And people are going missing.
So, did you hear about this? Another clown-related murder in our sleepy little town. Still no real answers. I mean, people are freaking out, understandably.
There's a deranged man here.
Clown sightings are continuing all across the U.S., but why are these violent home invasion attacks happening here? Is a clown going to break into your house next?
Cool, there's a deranged man in here.
So that's a fun little project that I got the chance to work on. And so if you like clown horror films, October 10th, they're doing a double feature with Creepy Pizza. It's a really fun little project. So I hope that everyone will check that out. It's perfect timing for Halloween because October is one of my favorite months because we get to count down to one of the best times of the day of the year. And that ties into it's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes. Yes, it is. And that brings us to our audience question. Nakia, what was your first Halloween costume?
That's correct. It is. And now I'm pretty sure that the very first Halloween costume that I ever really remember was my dad. I said I wanted to be a mummy, and he took a bed sheet and cut up all of the pieces, and he splattered it with some paint and stuff, and made it look kind of dirty, rubbed it in the dirt and all of that, and then wrapped it around me after he had I don't know if they still make this or not, but at the time they had just released this product that all these kids were trying out that you could put on your face and it would dry and make your face crackle. And so he did my face like that, and so that it looked like I was a mummy. He painted it green.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that was what I believe was my first Halloween costume. But I also wanted to take a minute and show everybody what I I made a little quick video for us here. And let me just
I can't wait to see it.
This is some of my Halloween costumes throughout.
Oh, fun!
Years. Yeah. So let's take a look. So this is me as Vic Odin. He was a British manager for a band called the Small Stars, and it was a concept band, and we all had backstories. This is Robert and I as rednecks at a bar event somewhere.
So you just wore your costume clothes, basically.
This is me as Eddie from Rocky Horror after the.
I was going to say, that's like Eddie, yeah.
Yeah. This is you can't see the hat or the cane or the tux, but this is a kind of a circus ringleader zombie.
Oh, I can totally see that with the wig. Yeah, the wig totally makes that look better.
This is not me in costume, but this is my friend Harvey Geen in costume. And the night we met, he was dressed as Bob's Big Boy.
Ah, famous for What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, and then this is me as Gene Simmons with my good friend Miles Zuniga, who is one of the guys from Fastball. And this is Robert and I, not a Halloween costume, but we do like to do Disney bounding, and this is us Disney bounding at Batu in Galaxy's Edge. So,
well, that's cool.
Yeah. So if you have photos at home, don't forget that you can tag us anywhere that you want to post them. Make sure to tag SideKick Productions or at Nakia. Hashtag Crooniverse, hashtag Sidekick Power Hour. Show us your favorite Halloween costumes through the years. I didn't even show you the ones of me group costumes like the Family Guy that we've done. Or
who were you for Family Guy?
I was Chris.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I would have thought Brian.
No, Chris. Chris, you'll see. It looks really, really good. Robert was Peter. And then we also did a group costume. He and I did as he was. I was the dude, and he was Walter from The Big Lebowski. And then another year, I was George Clooney's character from Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and he was John Goodman's character from Oh Brother Where Art Thou. So I'll show some of those as we get closer.
Oh, awesome! I can't wait.
Yeah, and
I'll try to dig out some Halloween costumes. I'm sure I have a picture somewhere.
Somewhere you got to have one. Did anybody chime in this evening?
We had a couple. Gato's first costume was Stanley Kowalski from Streetcar Named Desire.
Wow,
now,
you have just pushed all the right buttons for Josh.
That's right. Streetcar Named Desire is one of my top 5 plays of all time. So Blanche Dubois is my spirit animal. So that's pretty awesome for a great first costume.
And Stanley Kowalski makes an appearance in season 5 of Skeleton Crew.
He does. I finally worked in Blanche when I could. Owen's first Halloween costume he doesn't remember, but the first one that he made was a zombie, and he tore up some black jeans and sprinkled some red. That was perfect.
Yeah,
and
nice.
And yeah, corn syrup everywhere. That makes sense. That sounds
great.
Like a very logically messy costume. But that's awesome. Owen also suggests Halloween covers of Christmas songs, and an album would be lit. So
yeah.
So let's do a Halloween version of Hark Hear the Bells.
I love that.
Well, that's awesome. Some pretty cool. I can't wait to hear more costumes for the rest of the month and see how people are celebrating Halloween, because I think that Halloween is a very fun time, and we didn't really get to have a fun Halloween last year. Nothing really happened that was too fun last year. So hopefully this year will be a little bit more exciting.
We hope so. And folks at home, I just want to take a quick second and make a quick announcement. We gained a new subscriber during the broadcast. We're up to 14 subscribers over at patreon.com. So let's all celebrate. That's really, really cool. I think we need some kind of something for when this happens, you know, something like that that can help us celebrate. But don't forget that you can head over to patreon.com/SideKick Productions. to become a member of the Patreon. You'll get to see Skeleton Crew before anybody else. And as Josh mentioned, we do have that coming up real soon for y'all to see, and it'll hit the Patreon first. And to our friends who weren't with us this evening, our normal crew, our normal sidekicks, as you were, Ashley and Stuart. We know you're going to watch this back later. We love you a ton. Husky Brown, our group of 14 entered the huge Halloween party. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. That kind of hit weird.
Yeah, that's I guess that must be different in the Philippines.
Maybe so. I sure hope so. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna wrap things up.
Before we go, we have to wrap up one more thing, Nakia. We have a new something very close to you actually in Austin. Demon Doctor was selected to the Ethereal Horror Fest, which is in Austin, Texas, on October 23rd.
Oh, so can I attend?
Yeah, I think you can attend. Yes.
That's awesome. Well, we will make sure to post this announcement in the Patreon after the show with all the info of how you can attend in person, how you can support us. As always, we really appreciate everybody being here every week. It's so rad to have you supporting us. And we love it when today somebody tagged us in a video, a little clip from the end of one of the episodes of season 5. It was so cute. We love seeing that, take your screenshots, take your videos and post them. We love the fan
I'm never
art.
too far from this, so definitely share anything that you want to.
That's right. We love all of those types of things. And there's been some great fan art from all everywhere. We really appreciate it. Big kisses and hugs to everybody for doing that. Thank you. But we will be back next week, and we're really excited about the episode and the SideKick Patreon. We'll find out what that's going to be first. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was going to forget all my lines. Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and
and that's the T.